Guys, I'm going to show you how I groom the head of a Shih Tzu here today. The last groom this dog had, I did not do. This is Muttley. I can see a lot of bulk here above his ears, a lot of bulk here too. We're going to give him a nice round Shih Tzu face today, okay? I'm going to show you how we do that. We're also going to even up these ears. I can tell they need a little work. They look a little uneven. So we're going to fix all that together, right, buddy? I'm going to start by using my wall snap-on comb. This is an A. Tip his nose down a little. Going to come straight towards his visor with an A comb. And I'm using this A comb over a 10 blade. Now I'm going to come straight over where the ear sets to the head, and that's as far as I'm going to go with my snap-on comb on the top of the head. Now I'm going to pull the ear back and out of the way, and I'm going to take everything from below his jaw is what I clipped. So everything that's left in our head assembly, I'm going to bring it up towards the eye with my A snap-on comb. This is still an A snap-on comb. See that? It's not taking much. So now we've set the length on his cheeks. We're going to tip his little chin up, and we're going to do the same length under his chin and up to his nose. So we are taking this snap-on comb, this A snap-on comb, and setting all our length on the head of Muttley, who is a Shih Tzu. And he is a very nice boy too. There we go. Now I'm going to vent the ears of our little Shih Tzu here, which is basically just taking the hair off of his earlobe, just off the earlobe. That's it. Just off the earlobe, which is right here. I'm just venting. And now we're going to take a 5-in-1 clipper set to a 15 blade and an inverted V shape. I'm going to clear just in front of his eye. It's okay, buddy. And we're kind of doing this in a scooping motion like this. Good job. I'm going to use a thinning shear in there too, guys, so we'll tidy all that up. But in an inverted V shape, we are really cleaning out the stop area here for our beautiful little Shih Tzu. So the only thing left to do now, guys, is scissor finish work. We have set the length on the head, the cheeks, and on the muzzle. Good. We've cleaned out the eyes and we've vented the ears. Now we're going to do scissor finishing work. Now the first thing I'm going to do here with Muttley is we're going to tidy this up right here with a Kenchi lightning thinning shear. In the same inverted V shape, I am scissoring slightly towards his nose carefully, not bouncing with my shears. I'm holding my arm straight, and I'm just defining that inverted V that I kind of set with my clipping work. We are opening up the eyes on this beautiful boy. Good job. It's looking much better. You can use a straight shear for that if you'd like to. That's okay too. So now we've cleared that out.
It is absolutely my pleasure to share with you the secrets of the grooming industry, so you can provide quality care for your beloved pets at home. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell, because together we are going to increase the bond you share with your pet and add even more value to their lives.
Now the next thing I'm going to do with Muttley is comb his visor forward, tilt his head slightly down, and from the corner of the side to the corner of the side, we're trimming the visor. I'm leaving a little bit of bang there, so to speak. We've already cleaned everything out there very nicely in that inverted V shape, which is what opened up his eyes. So that's that. Good boy. Now on Muttley, I'm going to set the shape from the base of the ear around to the nose. I'm doing that with a straight shear. We're not taking a whole lot. Remember, our snap-on comb set our length for us quite nicely. We're just defining our shape a little better now. It's okay, big boy. Good job. And we're gonna do the same thing. Fix that right there. We're gonna do the same thing on this side too. I'm gonna fold this ear back gently. We're going from the corner of the ear in a U shape around to the tip of the nose, kind of. That's the shape that we're creating. And now I'm going to use my thinning shear. You could still use a straight shear, but I'm blending in a circle shape up to the top skull area. I'm creating a circle shape like this. I'm gonna hold their little nose shut. We don't want his little tongue coming out. We gotta be careful of that. I love to use my thinners, my blenders in this area. It just does a beautiful job. And I'm gonna blend off some of this staining here so it looks like it never even was there. And I'm going to clean all this off right in front of his ear. This is all helping to vent the ear. So now when I lay the ear back, I have created my shape very nicely. Now above the ear, I'm going to roll the hair over my finger, which is under here, and I am just blending off what pops up with a blending shear, a thinning shear. Holding the ear forward, we're going to tidy up behind the ear, right at the base of the ear. Tidy all that up. You can also do this with a straight shear. And again, we're just using our blending shears to kind of create the shape we want, as if we were scissoring with our blending shears. So this half of the face is done. And we're gonna do the same thing on this side of Muttley's face. We're venting the ear. If you're not comfortable with your thinners yet, you can use a straight shear to do all this work. It's just fine. I love my blending shears. This is where, in my opinion, the artwork comes in. These blending shears, they just make this look so soft and like such a little masterpiece. We vented this ear very nicely so he gets air to his ear and keep it healthy. Flip this little ear back and we're going to clean everything up there. You could still use a straight shear, guys, remember that. I'm using a thinner. And then we're gonna roll that ear over my finger, which is underneath, pop out all the hair on right at the ear set, and we are just making it disappear with our thinning shears, blending it off. You're such a good boy, sweetie. Now I'm going to use my blender. I just combed forward. You're always needing to use this comb, guys. The hair is just going to keep popping out all over the place. I'm using my blender to go ahead and blend that scissor line that I created at his visor, just so it looks more natural. He is so beautiful. Now I'm going to tilt Muttley's chin up, and I'm going to tidy up with my blenders in a scissor action. I'm going to tidy up everything, completing the line under his jaw. So it looks nice when he tilts his head up. No matter how he's looking, it all looks very tidy and very professional. Then we're going to just pull back that lip. I'm going to thin this in here. You don't have to do this if you're not comfortable. Be very conscientious of that tongue coming out. I like to do this to keep it thinner. You could also run a 10 blade right along there, just the corner of your 10 blade, just to tidy that up. Food and other things like to stick in there. So that's the only reason. Comb everything forward, continue looking at your shape. Notice I have my thumb on his stop. I'm kind of directing him, and he is such a good boy. He really is a wonderful dog to work with. This is the first time that I'm working with him. One of my customers rescued him. They have a Havanese, and now they have little Muttley, the Shih Tzu. They rescued him about 3 months ago. Good job. Now I'm going to do my scissor over comb technique just to blend here at the base of the skull, where I pull the hair up with my scissors and I blend off anything that I'm not liking. The comb is kind of pulling the hair up for me, and where it pops out, I can clearly see what doesn't belong. You can also just comb forward and use your blenders and in a scissor action, scissor that off. Now the only thing that's really left to do here with Muttley is to finish his ears. His ear length is a bit uneven. So the first thing I want to do is I want to have him looking straight. I want to mark right in the front where I want that length to be set, so they're the same. So I marked it here. I'm coming straight over and I'm going to mark this here. Now I know that that's where I want the ear length to be. I want him looking forward and straight, not up, forward and straight. I'm going to comb this down gently, and I'm going to connect that line. And they're a little bit uneven back here. We're going to let that fill in. Now I'm going to take my blending shears. You don't have to do this step. I'm going to hold this straight, and I'm just going to fine tune the edge of this so it just looks so natural. And that's it. What's left of this ear to shape, we've already removed what we needed to remove back here at the base by holding the ear up, and we've already removed what we needed here at the front. So now when we comb the ear down, this is the rest of the ear that we are just trying to shape. You want to let the ear hang, and you want the dog to look straight. And I'm just holding him here like this, that's all, so that I can scissor this nice and straight. You could use a straight shear here. I'm using a blender. I'm just trying to make that look nicer. It was very uneven. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I'm looking to just even up right to that line, that little notch that I made. It's okay. And see, I have a hold of him right in front of his chinny chin chin. I need him to be still. If I wasn't holding him, he would be freely moving himself about, and then I can't get a nice straight look on this ear. So right now I'm holding his cheek, just holding him so he stays still, and I need him looking straight. And we're just tidying that up right at the line. So good, buddy. So proud of you. I just love working with him. He's wonderful. He's so loving too. I can't imagine why anybody would get rid of him. Maybe something happened to his owner. That's so sad. I don't know why they ended up being able to rescue him, why he was at a rescue, but he was. He certainly doesn't seem to have been mistreated, I'll say that. So I think he had a pretty good life wherever he came from. He's a good boy. So his ears are even. Let's take a nice 360 look at him.